What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is another Manic Monday, October 24th, 2022. On deck for today's show, we recap that snoozer of a game, the Lions-Cowboys yesterday. LL looks at the performance of the offense, Coach Jones' defense, and I name my bossed up, balled out, and balled on players of the game. It won't be a surprise for some of these people. Before we get to all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, it's that favorite auntie's favorite player. It's my man, LL Cool Tones. What's going on, my dude?
What's down, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, and y'all know who it is, man. Fresh off a victory this weekend by the Jackson Northwest Mounties, that defensive line coach. It is who?
Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Well, Curt, go ahead and kick this Monday off, man.
Man, hey, let's get into some of these stats before we really get into the breakdown of the offensive and defensive performances. Okay, first downs, pretty even, 18-21. Cowboys had 3 more. Passing first downs, Lions had 11. Cowboys had 6. Rushing first downs, we had 6. They had 8. First down on penalties, they had 3, of course, because we just give the ball away like that, and they had 1. Third down, it was even, 3 for 9, both teams. Both were 0 for 0 on fourth downs. Total plays, it was pretty even, 56-59. The game was pretty even. 312 yards, total yards for the Lions, 330 for the Cowboys. Total drives were 11 apiece. Average yard per play, 5.6. Look at this crap. It is completely even almost. Passing, 195 for the Lions, 191 for the Cowboys, 21-26 for the Lions, 19 of 25 for the Cowboys. Now, they got a little bit longer pass per plays because they had 6. We had 6.3. They had 7.1. Here is the discrepancy. Two interceptions thrown by Jared Goff. Sacks, offensive line. 5 sacks of Jared Goff, 2 by the Lions. So, kind of crosses out a little bit, a little advantage to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Dallas Cowboys has one of the best pass rushers in the league. Rushing yards, 117 for the Lions, 139 for the Cowboys. You look at this game, it's pretty even. Rushing attempts, we had 25, they had 32. Yards per rush, 4.7 for the Lions, 4.3 for the Cowboys. Red zone, here we go, 0 for 1 and 3 for 4 for them. Penalties, it's still even, 8 for 59 for the Lions, 7 for 55 for the Cowboys. And here's the big discrepancy. Turnovers, 5 for the Lions, 1 for the Cowboys, 3 fumbles lost for the Lions, 1 for the Cowboys, 2 picks, no defensive touchdowns for either of the teams, special team touchdowns, even though Turpin was close a couple times on punt returns. Time of possession, the Lions had it. 31 minutes for the Lions, 28 minutes for the Cowboys. If you look at this game, if you look at it up to the first 3.5 quarters of the game, it was even. This was an even game. It was 6-10, almost to the midpoint of the third quarter, going into the end zone, and the shit just hit the fan. That's all I can say. Because even with the fumble by Jamal Williams in that first part of the fourth quarter, down on the goal line, the defense forced a punt right after that.
Mm-hmm.
But the other 4 turnovers that came behind that, here's just the honest truth. The honest truth is that 5 turnovers in a quarter, because all the Lions turnovers happened in the fourth quarter.
No.
Yep. Jamal Williams.
that first
Oh
interception
no,
was early in the game,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm sorry. The 4 interceptions in the fourth quarter. You can't do that. I'm sorry. You right. Can't win doing four turnovers in the fourth quarter. You're right.
Turnovers,
You're
okay.
right. You're right. 4 in the 5 turnovers. You can't win it. 5 turnovers in a game, you ain't gonna win anyway. Most likely,
Right.
unless you just up like ridiculous amount of points. And thank you for the correction because I forgot it did happen in the first half. But I can't even be mad at the defense. I can't be mad at the defense. They made some mistakes, but the defense played their hearts out. They play hard, but you can't expect them to keep stopping the team when you're putting their backs against the wall, turning the ball over deep in their own territory, giving them on the plus side of the field. You only can expect those young guys to do so much. But overall, man, I can't. I'm not even mad at AG and his group this week. I can't be. Ben Johnson's group getting the brunt of my anger this week. So overall, how can you play a team that even for almost the whole game going into win? I mean, at least go up. You know what I'm saying? In almost the halfway point of the fourth quarter, and you still find a way to lose. And I saw the frustration. Dan Campbell threw his headset. I was mad too. I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff that went along with that play. If I would have him, I would have challenged that play where Brock Wright. I thought he got in, even though he wouldn't have got in. He didn't get in. That would have put the ball about the 1 foot line. He got to have somebody in his headset saying challenge that, because the officials marked it way back from where he went out of bounds or was tackled. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about some of this officiating in this game either.
I will.
But what do you got? Yeah, what do you guys? I mean, besides the obvious mistakes by the offense and by Jared Goff, because I gotta call him out. What do you guys think about the game?
Shit, that's the whole conversation of the game. Is the mistakes by the offense.
Yeah.
Because other than that, we was doing our thing. We was kind of having our way. We was having a low scoring game, on the road, field goal game, and that's what you want. That's what you want on the road. You want a field goal battle. You don't want a touchdown battle on the road. So we was doing our job on defense. I can't say nothing for the defense. I'll get into that a little bit, on my segment. But I'm just saying, man, like it's just about the offense. The offense shit the bed in the fourth quarter. They shit the bed. The O-line shit the bed. Jared Goff shit the bed. Jamal Williams shit the bed. I mean, they just all decided that they were like, shit, I'm ready to go home. I'm trying to hit that late flight. I don't even know what was going on, man. They just all decided to say screw it at the same damn time, man. I can't explain it. LL, what you got?
Yeah, I won't piggyback on your point too much, but and I'm not gonna blame officiating all the way, Kurt. But yeah, I feel like it needs to be stated though, because we had a couple first downs that was called back on some phantom ass holding calls, to where the point, the commentators, y'all's friend Tony Romo would say, well, I don't know, they was questioning a lot of those holding calls and some of the defensive penalties as well, but that's not the reason why we lost.
No.
Yeah, man. Like both of you guys said, we held the game, at least in an obtainable range until that and just like the levee broke. Sorry for lack of a better term, but yeah, man. I think the game plan. Well, I'll expand on that on this point, but I think the game plan might have helped us to lose as well. Keeping it low scoring kind of benefited them, not us. So, yeah, it wasn't a good game. In the end result for us yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was one of those things, man. The end of that second half, man. It said, man, it started to spiral, and it started to spiral real fast, man. So. All right. Hey, man. Thank you for joining us right here on Detroit Lions of the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Like the video, comment on the video. Hey, if you haven't done so already, be a part of the Prowl Nation family. Hit the subscribe button, man, and join us on our March to 4K by joining us on the bus. Gus, get on this train, Wayne, get on this ride, Clyde, as we get on this march to 4,000 subscribers. Now, family discussion topic for today. Leave us a comment because you know how we do it. We like to hear from you guys. Family discussion topic for today is how can the Lions stop their current losing streak? Because it's not the last two games just haven't been losses. They've been blowout losses. It's not even competitive. Well, this one was competitive and it's up to the fourth quarter, and it just kind of just the wheels fall off this mug. I mean, hell, whew, I don't know. I don't know. But hey, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Hey, if you're gonna get yourself some Lions gear, hey man, hopefully we have a sale soon. Go ahead and go to fanatics.com, man. Links in the description below. Should be a fire sale of Lions gear right on that now because the way the team is playing. But go ahead over to fanatics.com, man. Links in the description below. A portion of other proceeds from that link going to help us grow the content on this channel. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite, man. They had a good pros game last night with Micro Mike, Everything King, Anthony from Road to Lions UK. So go over there and check it out, man. I think Oral Forums was on there last night as well. I just couldn't make it, man. I had a headache. I was done. But go ahead and check out Lions Nation Unite, man. And while you're over there, go over to LNUshop.com. You see the gear, man. You see I got the rocking the shirt today, man. Get the authentic Lions Nation Unite gear at LNUshop.com. You can download the LNU app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. Just type in Lions Nation Unite. Or if you want to go on your web browser, go to LionsNationUnite.com and check it out over there. For us, you can go to our website, DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Check out the information we got over there. And while you're there, click on that link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. My man, I know he just had a big giveaway. My man, Coach Jones, going to hook you up with that Wolverine gear. Man, it was a sad weekend for me because I couldn't watch my Wolverines on Saturday, but it's coming up, man. Paul is coming home on Saturday. So to get ready for that game, get yourself some Wolverine gear, man, at wolverine.com. Links in the description below. Still Cancer Awareness Month, especially with breast cancer awareness going around. You know, I see a lot of teams wearing that pink this weekend in college football. So go over to Roar Up Gear in the description below. My man, Lion Man, he donates proceeds from that sales of that gear to the American Cancer Society of Michigan. Now we didn't pay all the bills, man. Let's get into the long form of the show, man, because we got some ish to talk about right now, man. Let's talk about the offense. My man, LL, man, holla at your boy.
Well, you know, y'all seen it from yesterday. We kept it a low-scoring game for the most part, at least on our end for sure. But, you know, it was marred in turnovers, and at least in my opinion, poorly timed phantom calls. But again, you know, the officiating is not the reason why we lost. But you know, we offense looked good, even though, you know, we wasn't scoring a whole lot of points. We were able to move the ball pretty much whenever we wanted to. You know, some key penalties, you know, would bring the ball back on certain you know, first downs and stuff like that. We got to see a little bit of trickeration. You know, third and golf was a big reoccurring theme in this game. Third and longs didn't necessarily benefit us too much. St. Brown got ruled out a little early. You know, far be it for me to say if he was hurt or not. I know what the NFL is going through right now. You know, at the moment that somebody looks like they may have been probably hurt, you got to come out of the game. And I think that might have been what happened. I don't know. I haven't heard any more about it. But I remember like when he didn't have his helmet on, when St. Brown didn't have his helmet on, he was on the sideline. He was like, I'm good. Like he was like looking very, you know, with it. You know, he was looking very there. He was like, I'm good. And then they announced like 2 minutes after that he's not coming back. So, you know, hopefully he can come on back. Hopefully he wasn't, if he was hurt, hopefully it's not a bad concussion or anything like that. But I don't know. You know, I guess we'll find out more about that. Hot got some good looks. Khalif Raymond was a focal point. He got some good looks. Run game was there. We ran a little bit with Swaggy. Ran a little bit with Justin Jackson. Ran a little bit with Craig Reynolds. I question, like I would think that Craig Reynolds would probably get a little bit more touches than he has, but he hasn't. So I don't, you know, I'm not sure what the game plan is with that. And I'll allude to that now as well, or build on that rather. Expand on that. How I said that I feel like the game plan kind of held us back in this game. I understand. I feel like we don't take enough shots, or maybe maybe they didn't want to take the shots because of their pass rush and things like that. But our O-line was pretty much handling their defensive line for the most part, their pass rush. It was one play. I think Michael Parsons is a big dude too. Like he's supposed to be like 6'4" and something as well. But they were showing him like after the play, Panay Sewell had him. It looked like Panay Sewell looked so much bigger than him. Like, he was just holding him up. And in that moment, I was like, man, I'm gonna start calling Panay Sewell Big Worms. So man, he's just out here. He be pushing them guys around. But I feel like if we might have would have attacked a little bit more, we probably could have left ourselves susceptible to some sacks, probably. We ended up giving up 5, so whatever that game plan was, we even gave up a sack with 6 on linemen. So I feel like we might have should have took more shots down the field. Keeping it so long scoring kind of kept the door open for them. With a guy like Dak Prescott coming back, we should have tried to run it up on him, or at least score more to force them to score more and get them out of the game plan that they've been so used to over the past few weeks, and that's running the ball. We've seen that Dak Prescott had issues, connecting early and often throughout the game, pretty much like him and his offense were not connecting. So we might have should have made it so they had to connect and things like that, not just, be able to run the ball and keep the game how it was. But overall, of course, the turnovers, 5 turnovers, 4 in the fourth quarter. I didn't know that all 4 came in the fourth quarter either, but man, that's bad news. Personnel changes, of course, for the future. I think that this year, even though I never had that high expectations. I keep saying I didn't have those high expectations for this team this year, but I think that maybe the expectations overall for the organization might change. Maybe not. So let's see how far we can get. Of course, win as many as we can get, but also consider some things for the future as well. So offensively, if you guys have any, what do y'all thought?
Yeah, the sloppy play for the offensive line. I know some ticky-tack calls. I agree with you, but still they had it. Goff had only been sacked 7 times for the season, and they gave up 5 yesterday. Stall drives. You're breaking the stall drives. I'm like, come on, man. We got to get some points. Now, what I did like is they actually trust the kicker. Dude made a 50-yard field goal, man. Put him on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Badgley, go ahead, man, because they didn't let him on the field versus the damn Patriots, and I'm like, you signed the dude for a reason. Put his ass on the damn field. I think St. Brown's concussion hurt the Florida offense in the first half, and that took them a while to kind of get back on track. Bringing in Tom Kennedy, stuff like that. That stuff like that messes with the continuity of your offense. St. Brown concussion, like I said, that man. But you know what though? You look at that play, the guy grabbed him around the neck. As soon as he got up wobbly, the NFL, with the stuff that happened with Tua, anytime anybody looks wobbly, they shutting it down. Your ass ain't going back in the game. That's just it. You ain't going back. You call your mama, call whoever, call the president, call anybody. You can call anybody you want to. Call your lawyer. But damn it, your ass ain't going, just because of the optics of how it looked with the Tua situation down there in Miami. So, and to be honest with you, I like Swaggy. That's my guy. I like him. I like his demeanor and everything. But we need Swift back in the lineup. Period, point blank. Having any type of success and rhythm, we need him back in the lineup, man. And here's the bad thing where we are as a fan base right now. We're 1-5, right? And pretty much a lot of the Lions fans, including myself, I'm looking at this thing like, okay, this time looking there toward the future, what we're going to do next year. We got 11 games left. And that's too early to be doing that. We have 11 games left. We have 11 games left. It's 11 games left. But the way that the team is playing right now, how they're spiraling right now, I can see where a lot of people are looking at this team like what we got coming up next year, because that's just the way the team is spiraling. But that's what I got on offense. What you got, Coach Mike?
Just to expand a little bit off that concussion topic, man. You know what? I don't like the NFL. I don't like that because of one situation. Everything else gotta be like this. Like that shit annoys me, man. Because first off, as an athlete in the collision sport, boxing, MMA, football, rugby, hockey, you take that risk as a professional athlete. That's one of the reasons why you get paid so much, is because you taking that risk. If you don't want to put your people in positions where like, oh, he shouldn't be out there. It's going down in boxing, man. People get knocked down and they wave off the fight and dude like, I'm straight. And they're like, oh no, man, it looks like that's his decision. Like that is his, I almost said the F word. That's his decision. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that choice away from him. You sign that way. You sign on the dotted line. You sign as a professional athlete that, you know what, some shit might go wrong. You sign that. That's part of your contract. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know that's one of the reasons why we get paid. That's one of the reasons why we as fans look at athletes like, wow, you're really going through that. Now, you know what I'm saying? And that's part of the game, man. But I'm gonna switch it over to, you know what? It might have been Swaggy's first fumble. But
It was his first lost fumble.
Lost fumble of his career.
Fumble, but damn it, it was on the 2-yard line. That it being his first lost fumble can't be an excuse for the fumble on the 2. You know what I'm saying? It can't be. It came out, well, that's his first. Nah, man, you fumbled on the damn 2-yard line. Like that's inexcusable. Goff, man, we're gonna get into that topic tomorrow. But you know, Goff it's like he plays good. He's the Matt Stafford effect. He does exactly the same shit Matt Stafford did. You will play good all throughout, and then you would just do some shit that is just like, what the hell?
Stafford having a great season in LA right now. He is not.
And it is snowball. Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing that's happening with Jared Goff. Yep. So that, you know, that's just like, man, you can't play good. Oh, he's straight. Oh, he's straight. Oh, he threw a pick. Oh, he threw another pick. Oh, that's another pick 6. Like you can't have like just consecutive things go wrong like that, man. And the O-line, what the hell?
They absolutely shit the bed.
Y'all the highest paid unit in the NFL, and y'all
one
just
of the top ones, yeah.
Yeah, y'all just all of a sudden y'all like we forgot how to block. We just like I just don't like that shit, man.
You got
like,
three of the top paid offensive linemen in the league at their position is Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, and Big V. Well, Big V's on, you know, we know he's on IR, but yep. Yeah. Because you got remember, Big V got tackle money. He didn't get guard money. He got tackle money.
Yeah. So that's why he got the structure. But I'm just saying, man, that right there, man, there's no excuse. Even from even if Swaggy fumbled, even if Goff threw his damn picks like he always do, the old line is supposed to be the most stable unit on the team, and y'all decided to shit the bed. Oh my. So then that's when I knew right there, I'm like, yep, about to hear the SOLs. What y'all got, man? Anything left?
Yeah, that was it for the offense for me, man. It's one thing I'll say this, right? And we get, and this is on both sides of the ball. We have players that's coming in and playing off the bench, playing off the practice squad, whatever, right? And they come in and they contribute. But that talent level, the sustained talent level isn't there for a guy who's coming off the practice squad. Like a guy like Dan Skipper and Tom Kennedy. They don't have a sustained level of talent where their talent level doesn't yield a high level of sustained performance. You know, they can come in spurts and make some plays, but as far as, you know, having to contribute over and over again, you're seeing the same thing with two of the young guys. I'll talk about them later in a minute, but you have to improve the talent level of your team. And this is speaking directly to Brad Holmes. You got to get better talent. You have to. If you don't, you're not going to have sustained success because the talent level is not reaching. Because, you know, we know everyone has diamonds in the rough, but sometimes you got to take this damn shiny object when it's out there.
Right.
But hey, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Join us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. And this week, man, I'll make sure to tune in on Thursday because, damn it, we need some kind of interjection of motivation right here on the show, man. So go on over to my man LL page, man, every day. But make sure you make that big stop on Thursdays, brother. All right. Now it's time to talk about the defense. What you got, Coach Jones?
Defense for me is actually a positive. It's actually a very positive thing for the Lions because one, it was the debut of Josh Pascal. And man, you know what? For being undersized as a D tackle, he looked pretty big to me. I don't know, I don't know how much he came in weighing, but that Joker looked big, man. He looked like the Incredible Hulk. He was chiseled out there, man. For real. And I'm like, wow, I'm like, because at first I was like, man, who is that? I'm trying to read the back of the jersey. I'm like, that's Pascal. Oh shit, he big as hell. You know what? He did. Man, he served his job. He freed up Hutchinson. That's what it was. So that right there was Aiden Hutchinson's whole problem. Was he didn't have nobody on the other side that commanded no respect.
Yeah, especially when Comiskey went out. When Comiskey went out, it sucked that help away from Hutchinson. Yeah.
He's not developed enough as a pass rusher in his moves to just defeat that whole double teaming, and then we will send somebody to chip too. So but that was good, man. You know what? Okudah, shouts out to him. I know I dogged him before. Now it's because I still don't think he was worthy of the third pick, but he's playing he's playing good. So nothing I can say about that. Kirby Joseph, not Kirby, but the other safety, Deshaun Elliott. Yeah, he's been playing pretty good, man. I even seen Anzalone out there stuffing, shooting a few gaps. Man, I know he's scared to to mix it up like that, but he he was in there. He stuck his helmet in there a few times, man.
That run play on Pollard was good. I like that play.
Yeah,
Pollard.
The big stop on third down.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. So the defense is improving. I give AG a lot of credit. I give the defense a lot of credit. Just they're getting healthier, and so things are looking up as far as the defense is concerned. I'm not really too hard on the defense this week, man. I think despite the offensive turnovers, man, the defense would have held them all field goals. So hey, and Dak was back. The only thing I could have said the defense did was put a little bit more pressure on Dak. Just a little bit more. I think making Dak have to overcompensate for shutting down the run would have made the game a little bit. He would have threw some picks. He would have threw some if he had to do too much on his first game back. But besides that, man, hey, shouts out to AG and all those dudes, man. The defense, they played pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, they got pressure on Dak for most of the game. Some spots, I agree with you, they could have got more pressure on Prescott. That rookie D-line, man, Hutchinson, Pascal made some plays early and often. Effective run defense. They ran the ball for 139 yards. That's well below what they would usually run against us and what we usually give up. You know what I'm saying? Like they're flying around the ball, better tackling. Called that turnover by Kirby Joseph down there at the goal line in the first half. Here's the deal. Still need some help back in that secondary. Only one pass defense all game long. One pass breakup. Got to be better than that because you're just letting guys just run open and catching passes. Kirby Joseph is showing some promise on the back end. He's still green. Now, here's the topic I was talking about earlier, right? When we have guys that are coming in and either practice squad players or undrafted free agents, right? Sometimes you're going to have some guys that don't have that sustained talent level to have great performances over and over again. Two young studs from last year, need to step up. AJ Parker, he looked lost at times, especially trying to cover trail position. That's not his Jimmy jam. You can't do that because you got burnt doing that. He looked lost. Jacobs with the PI in the end zone. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. You know, I know it's his first game back, but I know you a dog and everything like that. But you got to turn your head around, man, especially on the goal line situation, because the ball was underthrown. You gave them that penalty by not turning around because the ball was underthrown. You probably could have had an interception. You turn your head around. So you look at that and, you know, put us up in bad positions, man. We got to do better with that. We got to get better on the back end of the defense. It's just, you know, but I like the way Kirby Joseph played. You know, pass breakup, we should have been a pick. But he's been playing better on the back end. That hit he had on that goal line, man, flipped over. I was like, woo-wee. I'm liking that young fella. That's what I'm talking about. We need more of that. We need more of that going on. But I have to say again, man, it's just the inner turmoil inside of me. Like, dude, it's just so bad. We have 11 games left. 11 games. And you look at how many teams in the NFC have losing records. Think about this, man. The NFC as a whole has a lot of teams with losing records. Green Bay lost to the Commanders yesterday. There's only one team in our division that has a winning record. That's Minnesota. Everyone else losing record. Green Bay 3-4. Chicago 2-4. We 1-5. The entire NFC South has a losing record. 3-4 for Tampa, 3-4 for Atlanta, 2-5 for Carolina, and who I don't know how the hell they beat the Bucks yesterday, and 2-5 for the Saints. You look at the NFC West. One team with a winning record, that's Seattle, 4-3. Everyone else either 500 or below. Rams at 3-3. San Francisco 3-4. Arizona 3-4. The only division that's really the NFC least. They're the best division in the NFC right now because everyone has a winning record except for the Commanders.
That's the best division in football right now.
I mean, yeah.
Record-wise.
You look at it, yeah. Maybe the AFC East as well because they got 3 winning teams as well. But
I'm talking about win-loss record.
Yeah, win-loss record, yeah. But overall, man, I hate this. We got 11 games left, man. Hey, you know, what you got, LL, on the defense right quick, my man?
Glad to see Pascal, man. That was huge. He started. He held it. He held that edge real strong out there, you know, a few times. I was like, okay, Josh Pascal. I was excited to see what Kirby Joseph was out there doing. Of course, I called his name out, and he stepped up a bit. Shout out to Kirby Joseph. That was a bad penalty on Josh Jacobs or Jerry Jacobs in the end zone. You know, it was one of them. You know, it was if you watched it probably. You know, it was only one telecast. They questioned that one as well. It was just a lot of just questionable ass things that happened. But you know, as a defensive unit, they collectively played better. Defensive line looked okay. Linebackers looked okay. Secondary looked okay. Anzalone stepped up big. Austin Bryant was in there a little bit. I think that was Josh. I asked y'all in the chat. I think that was Josh Pascal that got body slammed. So that should have been a holding call, but got body slammed away from his first sack. It was after Swaggy fumbled it on the that close to the goal line. It was on a third down. Somebody had a clean shot at him and then just got pulled down. So I think it was Pascal. So, but shout out to the defense.
It was a couple of holding penalties that could have got called, especially on Aiden Hutchinson. I was like, what the hell is the call?
Oh yeah. It was,
like,
but you know,
how in the hell did Justin Jackson get body slammed and it wasn't a damn penalty? The dude picked him up and dumped him. The play was bent over.
But you know,
yeah, okay.
Overall,
I digress.
You're right. No, but I'm just excited. I'm excited that we're not yelling about the defense today.
Yeah.
The game and overall, I know what was the final score, like 24-6 or something like that.
Yeah,
even though it was
well under the under.
It was not. The game was much closer than that last score will ever tell you. So you know, this is use this for something to build on, I guess. Use this going forward. We got Miami next week. So,
and they didn't put up a
they
lot of
can be
points.
had.
They didn't put up a lot of points last year either.
They
only
gonna for sure try to, but
Oh God,
their offensive line can be had. Their
Mm-hmm.
offensive line can be had, and Tua isn't necessarily the most escapable out the pocket. So, it's some things to build on. Hopefully we can carry on the decent defensive play and maybe turn it into, above decent next week against Miami. So
yeah,
bad loss, but something to build on. Let's look forward to next week.
All right. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for the Boss Up. Balled out and balled on players of the game, man. Y'all know how we get down. All right, bossed up and balled out. Aiden Hutchinson, of course, 1.5 sacks, 1 tackle for loss, 3 quarterback hits, man. He did his thing. Jeff Okuda, that dude had 15 tackles yesterday. 12 of them was solo and a tackle for loss, man. Jeff Okuda. Come on now, boy. Come on now. Akuda Matata. Woo-wee. All right. So our balled on player of the game is none other than JG himself, man. 2 interceptions, 2 lost fumbles, and an honorable mention goes to the offensive line and Jamal Williams, man. But Jared Goff has to be the balled on player of the game, man. Just giving the damn ball away. Hey, man, if you like this content, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Leave us a comment in the comment section on your thoughts on the game, man. You know how we love it, man. We love to hear from you guys. It's a fan show. We're fans, and we want to hear from other fans as well. Speaking of that, let's get into the comment cards, man. First up, we got We On Top Doe 100. I think we can get this one, guys. I thought we could too. No, I didn't. I picked 37-17. If we protect Goff and to get any production out of that D line, didn't know we were 7-2 coming off bye weeks. I guess, or we're 7-3 now. I guess we'll see if we improve the win total after the bye. Great show as always. God bless you guys, man. Thank you. We on Top Doe 100.
Thank you. God bless you too, brother. Joe E says, thanks for all of the information on the Lions. Love the info. Go Lions. I hope they win Sunday against the Cowboys. Even though we couldn't pull out that win, Joe E, thanks for the comment, man. We love giving the info to people just like you, man. Thank you, Joe. Bring some of your friends with us, with you if you got any, join this march to 4K.
Well, sure. I'm sorry for this lump of coal in your stocking, but just one thing I want for Christmas: Lions to make the playoffs.
But we're not. But we're not mathematically eliminated for the playoffs, man. It's 11 games left. It's 11 games left. I don't think they're gonna make it either, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna think they're gonna make it either, but we got 11 games left. Anyway, next up we got Wall of Fame member Kirkland Pratt is in the building. I think the front office's plan was to outscore teams this season, and I hope the defense can limit opposing scoring while they improve. It just backfired due to everything that's taking place. What do you say, gentlemen? That's a good theory. I'm never a proponent of trying just to outscore people. That's
right.
I don't like that at all. So yeah.
Thanks for the comment though, Kirkland Pratt. Kaylin Jones, welcome to the comment section. Kaylin Jones says, do you think the Lions are being extra cautious with injured player injuries? The injury report stay on swole. You know what, Kaylin Jones? I really hope that's what it is. And I hope that some of these guys just ain't some old boys like they might seem to be. Maybe I'm hoping that maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just being super cautious with some of these guys. Thanks for the comment, Kaylin Jones.
Some players, man, nowadays, man, they just got on G-strings. We on Top Doe 100. That's making that 2-piece, rounding it up.
Double dip.
So what's happening, guys? Put this comment in the last show section. Shake my head. Was thinking they could get pressure by dropping a D lineman and sending a DB or linebacker. God bless you. Yeah, that's that zone blitz. Where they drop a D in the coverage and then send the outside linebacker, or you can send the safety, somebody from the secondary.
They did it yesterday. They did it yesterday.
Yeah.
With Julian Okora did it. He dropped back in coverage.
Just zone playing zone defense is why we only had 1 tackle in the from or one pass defense by the DBs is because we was trying to keep everything in front of us, and that allows everybody to catch the ball. So you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. But we appreciate all y'all for commenting. Thank you. Don't forget to comment on the show today. And hey, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the content, get it out to all your other Lion fans just like yourself. What we got on that, Curt?
All right, now it's time going from my favorite segment to my segment of the show. Everyone else's, I guess. It is Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like have a look, you'll love how they taste, man. Go over to the link in the description below to go and check out Delightful Bites, man, over on Facebook. If you don't do the Facebook thing, just type in Delightful Bites on TikTok or Instagram to see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Jack Fox signed an extension on Saturday, making him through 2026, making him the highest paid punter. That is well deserved, man. He is, and I didn't know this, man. He not only was he Pro Bowl, he was All Pro as well. So this guy, he's been leading the league, 40 averaging 49.1 average at 49.1 yards per net, not just gross. So that's like the third highest figure in a single single season in NFL history last season, man. The guy is doing his thing. Jack Fox is a weapon. He can definitely can control the what do you call that? Flipping the field, line of scrimmage, man. He could do his thing. So congratulations, Foxy, man. Well deserved on that contract extension. Now I'll take a quick walk on over to that wall of fame. And right quick, man. First up, we got my man Dan Spanos in the bronze members. We got Brian Stover and Everything King, man. Go ahead, check him out over there on LNU, man. He doing his thing. Silver members, we got my man Cap Ice Cold. Kirkland Pratt was in the doggone comment cards that they thank Kirkland Pratt and Henry Wallace to round out that silver members. Gold members, we got my man Mr. Reliable Michael Huck. We got Dr. Detroit's in the building. Michael Lewis, Lady Lionel of Bagia, and my man, the Jazzy One, Paul Jarose. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts on today's show, man. My man, my mellow, get on the mic, cuz you know you eat jello. LL, what you got, brother?
This is just a Hank Fraley appreciation post, I guess. I really hope that we can keep Hank Fraley around for a long time. One thought that I had yesterday is our O-line was playing so good. They thought we was holding. Like I said, it was a few of those phantom holding calls where nobody could really explain it, So shout out to Frank Haley, man. That's one of our very few bright spots, that we do have. I know that we haven't been having such a great season, but I do hope that I don't know how his feelings is. Maybe he's super frustrated with being around here as well. But hopefully we can keep him here as long as we possibly can.
Big Hank.
Have a great Monday. Have a great Monday, and on to Miami next week. Go ahead, Cody Mike.
Yeah, you said Frank Haley.
It's Hank Fraley.
Shoot. No, Hank Fraley.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I just want to end on this note right here. The Jackson Northwest Mounties, we went into Marshall and we got the 37-27 victory. We knocked them out of the playoffs. They needed that game to get into the playoffs. So we went to their home field, knocked them off. Unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. I watched the high school football selection show, and we didn't make the playoffs, man. So, it was a good season, man.
Did you have a winning? Was it a winning season?
Yes, it was. It was a 5-4 winning season.
5-4
winning season. Yeah, so that's leaps and bounds better than the 1-8 we was last season, or the 0-6 before I joined the staff, and before there was 2-7. So 5-4 is a big jump up, man. So we looking on for better things next year, and hey, man, it's go Mounties.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to the young man. I'm glad they had a good season, man. Nobody hopefully got seriously injured, man. They went out and played, man, and that's what we're looking for in the Lions, man. It's like you look at that, you guys are constantly getting better. So that's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to the Jackson Northwest Mounties, those young fellas out there playing some great high school football, man. For me, final thoughts for today's show, man. Got to turn the page. Can't dwell on it, man. As much as I want to, man, we have 11 games left. Damn it. knock it off and get your shit together. That's all I need to say to the Detroit Lions. Get your shit together. You got 11 games to play. I'm not saying you can make the playoffs. I ain't saying you make a Super Bowl. I'm just saying play better. You got to play better. You got to play better. We're starting to get healthy. Some guys are coming back. So we need to get some of those key weapons back on offense. You need to get St. Brown back. You need to get Swift back. And lo and behold, if we can get J-Mo on the field, man, I would love to see that. But we got to get healthy and we got to play better. You just got to play better. Your veteran players can't be turning the ball over like that. You can't have four turnovers from your quarterback and 1 from your veteran running back, man. You can't do that and expect to win in this league. So with all that being said, man, hey, it's Monday. The grind starts today, man. So, hey, man, take time out to enjoy your day, man. Be positive, man. Say a kind word to someone. You never know how far that will go, man. You can change somebody's outlook for the whole day by just saying a kind word to them, especially first thing in the morning. Hey, get yourself screened for it's Cancer Awareness Month. Get yourself screened. Ladies, get your mammograms. Fellas, get those prostate checks. And everyone need to get those colon checks, man, especially if you are an individual of middle age, man. Don't be susceptible to that silent killer that is cancer. With all that being said, man, thank you guys for joining us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Hey, thank you for hanging out with us during lunchtime. Hey, get this napkin, wipe them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.